Welcome into the BSN Avalanche Weekly Breakdown presented by Headed West. Since 1996, Headed West continues to be Colorado's premier smoke shop and lifestyle store. When only the best will do, Headed West has a service and selection for you. Allie Monroy here with BSN Avalanche beat writer Adrian Dater, and we're taking a look at the weekend ahead. The Avalanche continue their 6-game homestand this weekend as they face off against the Toronto Maple Leafs, the New York Islanders, and the Winnipeg Jets. The homestand got off to a lousy start Wednesday night against the last-place Arizona Coyotes. The Avs are 1-3-1 against the 3 worst teams in the NHL, Ottawa, Buffalo, and Arizona. Adrian, why do the Avs play down to their competition so much?
Allie, I wish I knew, because if I did, I would certainly pass on that knowledge to the Avalanche so they don't have to do these awful things that we saw last night, and we wouldn't have to have this sort of negative tone to our start of our video here. But as I theorized in my column today for BSN Denver, I believe it's just a lack of maturity still on some of these guys. Veteran guys tend to be hardened to the ways of the NHL already, and they know that there's no nights off. And when you're a professional, you get that habit ingrained to you that every game is the same. It doesn't matter who the opponent is. You play the same way, and the Avalanche still have a tendency to coast a little bit after they get some prosperity, and then they let off the gas, and then we see what happened. Against these teams, they definitely should have beaten at home. Buffalo, Arizona, these are 4 crucial points that they lost. They're gone forever now, and it's still a problem with this organization.
The Avs will face 2 of the game's best scorers in the next 2 games, Austin Matthews with Toronto and John Tavares with the Islanders. With Tyson Barrie out for the next 4 to 6 weeks, how can an injury-depleted Avs defense hope to contain these 2 guys?
Ellie, I think it starts with not just the defense, the defensemen, but the defense of the forwards. Now, these guys have to do a better job than they did Wednesday night against Arizona. The forwards have to back check a lot better. They have to be better in their own zone. They have to give the defensemen some help, because when you're without Tyson Barrie, now everything gets more compressed defensively. Guys have to play more minutes. The depth is down, and that becomes imperative that forwards just do a better job. Maybe they're going to have to sacrifice a little bit of their offensive game a little bit, but you're not going to win if you don't score more goals than the other team. You've got to prevent goals too, so they have to give up some of their offense, I think, help the D out more, and they have to just battle through this stretch without Barrie. That's what teams have to do when they miss a top defenseman. Typically is everybody has to pack it in a little bit more, sacrifice some of their stats for the greater good, and that's how teams can survive these short terms.
One top NHL scorer the Avs might not have to face, though, is Winnipeg's Mark Scheifele, who was hurt Wednesday night. How big a loss is this for the Jets?
Big loss, Allie. This guy is 14th in the league in scoring, 38 points in 38 games. He's a top scorer last year, too. He's the best player on the Winnipeg Jets. They are 3rd in the Western Conference right now, so big loss. And that is, you don't want to say it's a break for the Avs. It feels like bad karma saying that, but it is a good break for the Avs. Let's face it, not having to face Mark Scheifele on Tuesday night. This guy has been a real Avs killer the past 2 years too. So, yeah, big loss for them, and they're going to have to pack it in more as well. So we could see 2 teams that are trying to withstand big losses here. Yeah, tough loss for the Jets.
Be sure to follow all of our Avs coverage on bsnavalanche.com. For Adrian Dater, I'm Allie Monroy, BSN Denver. Customer service is what the team at Headed West is all about, from helping first-timers learn how to hand roll or fill a water pipe to sharing helpful hints and tips with longtime connoisseurs. Their staff is here to assist you. Check them out at theheadedwest.com.